Okay, just be cool. Don't go on too much about your job. He'll think you're intimidating. But don't be too quiet, or he'll think you're boring. Oh god, did I just laugh too loud? Was that a cute laugh or a crazy laugh? Am I coming across as the fun one or the serious one? Is there a quiz at the end of this? Did I study? Ever feel like you're auditioning for a role you didn't even apply for? You're not alone. From the first date to the boardroom, it often feels like we're being sorted and judged by a system we can't even see. These gender roles are socially constructed ideas about how men and women should behave. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on 5 of the most absurd and ridiculous boxes that our culture tries to put women in. We're going to find out not just what these boxes are, but why they exist, and how to completely dismantle them. Because when you understand how the game works, you can choose not to play. Box number 1. The auditioning intern. Let's start with a classic. You've met someone. You're interested. So you do what any normal, confident person does. You show it. You send the first text. You suggest a time to meet up. You remember a small detail they mentioned and bring it up later. In your mind, you're being clear, communicative, and confident. But in their mind, you might have just been placed in a box. Welcome to your unpaid internship as the auditioning intern. This is the woman who is seen as trying just a little too hard for the position of girlfriend. She's the one who actively pursues romantic interest and initiates conversations. In dating culture, this can be perceived as neediness or desperation. She's delivering top-tier work, thoughtful texts, genuine interest, actual planning, but she's not getting the same in return. You'll know you're in this box if you feel like you're driving all the momentum. You send a text, they reply hours later. You suggest a plan, they say maybe. Reciprocation seems to happen on their terms, while you're over here preparing a full PowerPoint presentation on why you two would be a great match. Here's the absurd part. We're told to go after what we want, but the moment a woman does it in dating, she's at risk of being labeled desperate. The takeaway isn't to stop being confident. It's to recognize when you're applying for a job that has no intention of ever hiring you. An employer who values you will meet your effort. If you're doing all the work of an intern, it's because there are no plans to promote you. Clock out, take your talents elsewhere, and let them try to fill the role themselves. Box number 2, the break glass in case of emergency. Girl. Now for our second and perhaps most frustrating box. This is the woman who gets the "you up" text at 11:30 p.m. on a Tuesday. The one who gets invited over, but never out. You are, my friend, the break glass in case of emergency girl. You're seen as the perfect solution for a lonely night, but not someone to be seen with in the light of day. This category is for the woman viewed as perfect for casual private encounters, but not for public-facing relationships. She's the one who only gets taken to remote locations, where the chances of running into someone they know are 0. And let's be clear, this box has nothing to do with your actual worth. It's a category based on shallow and often biased criteria. Research on intersectionality in dating shows that this box is disproportionately filled with women who fall outside conventional, narrow beauty standards. This can include women with curvier bodies, women of color, and other details. It's a way of saying, you are good enough for my private time, but not good enough for my public image. The absurdity is staggering. You're simultaneously being valued for your desirability while being hidden away for that same desirability. It's a system designed to exploit your value while publicly denying it. The empowering truth here is that you are not an emergency contact. You are the main event. Someone's inability to see your value in all lighting is a reflection of their own insecurity, not your worth. The right person won't hide you. They'll be excited to show you off. Don't be someone's secret. Be your own priority. The moment you realize you're in this box is the moment you should break the glass yourself and walk away. Box number 3, the human participation trophy. Alright, moving on to box number 3. This one is subtle. He's not mean, he's not rude. He remembers your birthday and Valentine's Day. Usually, after a reminder, he'll meet you out, but he lets you pick the place. He'll listen to you talk about your day, but his eyes are glazed over. Congratulations, you've been boxed as the human participation trophy. This is the good enough girl. He's with you, but he's investing the absolute bare minimum of effort required to keep you there. The relationship isn't necessarily bad, it's just empty. It's built on a sense of obligation, not enthusiasm. You find yourself having to repeatedly ask for basic consideration, and genuine care is replaced with box-ticking gestures. He's not doing the small, special things that show he's truly thinking about you. He's just doing enough to say he participated. It's absurd because a relationship should be about active, enthusiastic partnership, not just getting a trophy for showing up. You're not a prize for attendance. You're a person who deserves active love and engagement. This box is dangerous because it's comfortable. It's not terrible enough to leave, but not good enough to thrive. It's a slow fade into mediocrity. So, what's the move? Stop accepting the bare minimum. True care isn't about grand gestures on holidays. It's about the small, consistent efforts that say, I see you, and I choose you. You deserve someone who is an active player in the game, not someone sitting on the sidelines waiting for a medal. If you feel like a participation trophy, it's time to retire yourself from the sport and go where your efforts are celebrated, not just tolerated. Box number 4, The CEO, Chief Entertainment Officer. Let's pivot to the workplace because the boxes don't stop when you clock in. You're ambitious, you're smart, you're great at your job. But in meetings, you're often praised for your great energy or positive attitude more than your actual strategic insights. You might notice your male colleagues treat you like the fun little sister of the office. You've been boxed as the CEO, the Chief Entertainment Officer. This is a subtle but powerful form of professional diminishment, sometimes called benevolent sexism. It's a power move where women are sometimes infantilized and treated as cute, silly, and non-threatening. By framing you as the office entertainer or cheerleader, they subtly undermine your professional credibility. You're seen as emotionally valuable, but not intellectually powerful. You're there to lighten the mood, not to lead the company. It's a way of keeping you in a supportive role, even if your title is senior level. The sheer absurdity is that the very traits that are often encouraged in women, being friendly, collaborative, and positive, are then sometimes used to keep them from being taken seriously. If you're too serious, you're seen as aggressive. If you're friendly, you're just for entertainment. It's a classic double bind. The power move here is to strategically defy the expectation. Don't stop being yourself, but make sure your contributions are impossible to ignore. In the meeting where you're praised for your energy, follow up with, "Thank you, I'm glad my positive outlook is valued." Now, regarding the Q3 projections I presented, I want to double down on my recommendation: re-anchor the conversation to your substance. You are not the office jester. You are a professional, a strategist, and a leader. Your value is in your work and your ideas, not just your smile. Box number 5, the walking LinkedIn profile. And that brings us to our final, most formidable box: you're driven. You're ambitious. You have a 5-year plan and you're not afraid to talk about it. You negotiate your salary. You speak directly and don't soften your language with smiley faces. To you, you're just being professional and goal-oriented. But to some, you're the walking LinkedIn profile. This box is for the woman who is seen as all business. She's often labeled as intimidating, cold, or bossy. When a woman is assertive, it's sometimes reframed as her violating gender norms, a power move that implies she's behaving too much like a man. Worse, some might try to make you feel guilty for being so career-focused, suggesting your ambition is shallow or that you're missing out on the real meaning of life. It's a way to weaponize shame to discourage you from climbing the ladder. The contradiction is laughable. In many professional cultures, women are expected to be competent and successful. But the moment they display the very traits required for that success, assertiveness, ambition, a singular focus, they are punished for it. A man with these traits is a go-getter. A woman is a careerist, as if that's an insult. The only way to win this game is to refuse to play. Own your ambition. The walking LinkedIn profile is just a name for a woman who knows what she wants and isn't afraid to get it. The people who try to shame you for your drive are often the ones most threatened by it. Don't let their shame become your burden. Don't dilute your ambition to make others comfortable. You are not intimidating, you are dedicated. You are not cold, you are focused. You are not acting like a man, you are acting like a leader. So there you have it, the auditioning intern, the break glass in case of emergency, girl, the human participation trophy, the chief entertainment officer, and the walking LinkedIn profile. What becomes clear is how fundamentally arbitrary and contradictory these boxes are. These are generalized views about the roles men and women ought to perform. You can't be assertive without being aggressive, or friendly without being unserious. These categories say far more about the person doing the judging than the person being judged. They are tools of control, born from insecurity and cultural bias. And it's important to remember that these expectations can vary wildly across different cultures. The goal isn't to figure out how to fit into a better box. The goal is to recognize that these boxes are flimsy, ridiculous, and not big enough to hold your complexity. Your worth isn't defined by their ridiculously small containers. It's defined by your ability to be all of these things and none of them at once. Now, I have to ask, which of these absurd boxes have you been put in the most? Let me know in the comments below. I really want to hear your stories.